And there is so much happening, updates pouring in thick and fast. So through the course of the show today, if you find me looking down and checking my phone for updates, please bear with me because it is only to share with them so that share them with you. Jammu and Kashmir governor, in a surprising move and a super fast move, has dissolved the state assembly. This hours after Mehbooba Mufti's take claim to form the government along with the National Conference and the Congress claiming the support of 56 MLAs. National Conference leader and former J&K Chief Minister Omar Abdullah telling CNN News 18 that it is no coincidence that the assembly was dissolved just hours after Mehbooba Mufti's take claim and minutes after a rebel faction within the PDP said that they were ready to stake claim to form the government with the support of the BJP, that is Sajjad Lone, Imran Ansari, who claimed the support of 18 MLAs plus the BJP. So they claim numbers somewhere around 43 or 45, saying we have enough numbers to form the government. The National Conference further adding that they are ready for elections. Did the Valley Netas indeed want to nudge the governor in the direction towards polls? Is it towards the People's Court or towards the Supreme Court now? The BJP, in the meantime, has summoned all its MLAs for a meeting at 11 a.m. tomorrow, that's Thursday. BJP ally and MLA Sajjad Lone has also told the governor that he has the numbers to form the government. The Congress claims the governor has taken the decision under pressure from the Prime Minister, because for the Congress it all boils down, everything has to be because of, for or the cause of Narendra Modi. So that's how the Congress narrative is. The bigger question we are asking on the right stand to the people of Jammu and Kashmir, is that to the People's Court or is it now to the Supreme Court? Well, let's try and go across straight to Mufti Islah, who's joining us live with the latest development and updates happening thick and fast. Ashutosh Mishra, Sardar R.P. Singh, Major General K.K. Sinha, all joining us on this broadcast, and we take their views along with Irfan Hafiz Lone. But Mufti, even as I come across to you, the update coming in from Delhi, and Payal Mehta is sharing this update with us, is that the Election Commission of India is yet to get any details of what has happened in Jammu and Kashmir. But it is saying that if the assembly has been dissolved, then elections have to be conducted in the next 6 months. So that means by the time the winter is over, it will be poll season in Jammu and Kashmir again.
Well, there were a lot of speculation that perhaps centre will rush with elections apparently in in March or April, because that's when the winter passes. Most of the snow-bound areas are, free, and polls will be held very smoothly out there. But that said, what a crazy day we had here in Kashmir today. A lot of activities really taking place, as you said, fast-paced development. To begin with, the Mehbooba Mufti writing a letter to governor, staking claim, and immediately thereafter Sajjad Lone also doing. But the only difference in the letters was that while Mehbooba gave out the numbers that 56 members were supporting her to form a government, Sajjad Lone's letter didn't mention any numbers. Although Imran Ansari, who is a PDP dissident now and also close confidant of Sajjad, did say that 18 of the PDP members were actually with him. All in all, those numbers became irrelevant by evening when governor dissolved the assembly. Perhaps now the only recourse is that the parties, that is Congress, National Conference and PDP, will go to the court. Whether they will go to the court, we will know that tomorrow, because National Conference is addressing a press conference, so is the PDP. There are a lot of meetings actually slated tomorrow.
What time is the press conference?
But clearly at this juncture, Omar is giving a... Actually, there is a core group meeting of National Conference which starts at around 10, and immediately thereafter Omar Abdullah is going to address a press conference. A similar kind of a press conference is expected from PDP, because they have also will also be holding a meeting with the legislators. So all in all, as of now, I can tell you that when these parties, all three, collectively decide to go to the court, that's going to happen. I can tell you at this juncture, National Conference and Congress will be smiling because at the outset they wanted dissolution of the assembly, which they have really got, and they will be smiling, at least these two parties. But PDP will also be content in the sense that a lot of members from that party were being poached by BJP and Sajjad Lone combined. So it will also be happy in the sense the only loser, it seems, would be Sajjad Lone and the PDP dissident Imran Ansari. But then they also saying that because governor is on their side, they have nothing to lose about at this juncture.
But Mufti, tell me this. You spoke to Imran Ansari. Did you ask him this question? Did he sign did he sign on the support document? Because Mehbooba Mufti claims the support of 29 MLAs as she's taking to form the government, taking claim to form the government along with NC and Congress. Did Imran Ansari, Sajjad Lone and 18 others sign?
Well, they actually put a counter question that whether Mehbooba Mufti was sure that all 29 members were with her. Imran Ansari saying that at least 4 or 5 of those members from PDP were actually with him. That includes him, his uncle, and 3 of his friends who have openly said that they will side with Imran Ansari. So he shot back that question at the media, saying that how is Mehbooba Mufti sure about that she has 29 members from
But the
PDP.
critical aspect is, did they sign or did they not sign? Did they sign or did they not sign?
I don't think anyone... no, I don't think that they signed. But Imran, as I've been saying, that he claimed that he had most of the members from PDP. But that said, I think Mehbooba Mufti had that advantage because he had those members at least from Congress and national conference.
No, it's not about having the advantage.
So clearly she had the better math. Anand.
No, not just the math. I'm just saying that if she has given in writing and if she has signed, if she is party to that letter to the governor which claims the support of 55 MLAs, 56 MLAs, that includes 29 of her own, and she didn't have the signatures in her hand at that time when she signed there, then can they actually go to court and challenge this? Because these are all aspects that will come to play. These are all aspects that will come to play if they decide to knock the doors of the courts. If this was all a larger ruse to ensure that there are polls in Jammu and Kashmir and then there are elections in Jammu and Kashmir, then I don't think anybody is going to go to courts now. Mufti, one last question before I go to Payal on what's happening in the capital. Payal Mehta, please stay with me on the phone line.
Sure.
Yeah, Mufti. Look, Mehbooba Mufti had said in that letter that 56 members were with her. But when you're talking about whether she had signatures or not, that is the phase 2. What happens is that the governor would have perhaps asked her to parrot all those MLAs, which she would have done. Perhaps she would have lost some 4 or 5 members, as we know here. But clearly, I think she would have passed the floor test because she had the backing of both National Conference as well as Congress. So she would have sailed comfortably, unlike Sajjad Lone, who didn't mention in that letter the numbers, because seems that Imran Ansari, who heads this dissident group, is unsure of the numbers, those who are going to side with him.
Right. So there is a politics, there is this power play that is happening in Jammu and Kashmir. Mufti, please stay live with me. We try and go across to opening comments with our guests. Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for your patience. But first, Payal Mehta. So the Election Commission has not received anything yet.
Well, of course, yes. I did speak to some higher-ups in the Election Commission, Anand. They say that this decision has just come in right now, so they do not have access to the details. But what they continue to maintain, that since the governor, and this was under governor's rule, and since the governor has decided to dissolve the assembly, which clearly means that the one option which is available and open is the fact that they will have to go in for fresh elections, and the fresh elections have to be held in 6 months. Now, this comes in at a time when, probably the option to go before a court still remains open before these parties who were, in fact, try to reach out to the governor with the numbers trying to form a government.
Payal, thanks for the update. Thanks for the update. Plenty of developments coming through. Let me ask RP Singh. RP Singh, was the BJP ready for this? You know politics of Jammu and Kashmir quite well. Is this a setback or advantage for the BJP?
Anand, it's not issue of setback or advantage for BJP. Issue is advantage for democracy. When we have to see the democratic process and norms are followed. And if there was a issue of horse trading happening in Jammu Kashmir, and that should have been avoided, one. Secondly, which parties are claiming today? PDP, NC, we didn't participate in the Panchayat election recently. They boycotted the Panchayat election.
Yes.
So they don't have faith in democracy. They don't have faith in the Indian system there. But if they were so keen, they are so keen to run the government, why did they back out of the Panchayat election? They said 35A is the issue. Now what is happening in 35 is the issue to just to club the numbers together. And whether we are not very sure the numbers were there with them or not. I mean, there is a counterclaim of 18 MLAs saying that we are a dissident group within the PDP, and then they were seeking for our support. So instead of getting into all that muck, it's better let there be a governor rule, and also on ground situation need to improve a bit. I mean, there's little problem on ground also, and then we want to ensure that this winter's coming, the situation on ground should improve. So things should be better after this, and then elections can be held. And NC and Congress have been ongoingly asking for elections. They have been ongoingly, all the parties rather, other than BJP, has been asking for dissolving the assembly. And then now assembly has been dissolved. Now they are making you cry out of it.
Have they been able to force the governor's hand, Major General K.K. Sinha? How do you see the situation developing in Jammu and Kashmir? Because this now has become clearly a Jammu versus Kashmir situation.
Yeah, Anand, I was first. Yeah, Anand, I have been, observing and watching this development. If you know, there are 2-3 things I will quickly point it out. First thing, the governor met the Prime Minister about 1 day before, and the Prime Minister, I believe, he has given that very clear decision that no horse trading should take place. If you know, last 4 months, governor was working for Sujad Loan along with Imran. They were, and the BJP to form a government, which has not worked it out because Imran has got his claiming that he has got support of 18 people, but on ground it may not be, the number game is not working it out. So, when this thing was developing, and they know that governor is going to take, because in a suspended animation, he is going to dissolve the assembly. This is the time. Mehbooba has given a letter, and it says based on media report. Media report. And already now, it is on official record. Now, Congress has come up, and they have told that they are not in the favor. Even the national conference, Omar has tweeted, Omar is in the favor of dissolving the assembly. So I think it is the best thing, the governor has done it, because this was the ground compulsion. Now you mentioned and you discussed about someone will go to the Supreme Court, and no, there is no way they can go to the Supreme Court, because the letter what the Mehbooba has given, she has written based on the media report, and this is absolutely nothing, no signature is there, so they can't claim it. They can't claim it. And I think the best thing is to do it, and for the governor, because now what is happening under the governor's rule, army is taking control over things. The winter is setting in, and the best thing is to dissolve it and go for the first election. This is the way I see it for it.
So you're saying all in all it is good for Jammu and Kashmir that post the winter there will be elections just around the time the Lok Sabha 2019 elections happen, and also then Kavinder Gupta, former Deputy Chief Minister, is speaking.
तो क्यों लगता है गवर्नर साहब ने ये फैसला किया?
देखो, ये तो गवर्नर साहब को पता होगा कि जो मैंने कहा था, मुझे लगता है ये ऐसा गठबंधन ये जम्मू कश्मीर के लिए एक कफन में कील का काम करता, ये कोई अच्छी बात नहीं थी। केवल एक ही धर्म के लोग वहाँ पर थे, जम्मू का कोई भी नुमाइंदा उसमें नहीं था। इस सभी बातों को देखते हुए ये जो भी गठबंधन बनता, मुझे लगता है कि कश्मीर का ही गठबंधन होता।
तो कहीं ना कहीं ये भी कहा जा रहा है कि बीजेपी का जो है प्रेशर था गवर्नर पे।
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। गवर्नर अपने हिसाब से काम करते हैं। पिछले दिनों उन्होंने भारतीय जनता पार्टी पर भी कुछ आरोप लगाए थे, लेकिन वो समय समय पर क्या कहते हैं उसके बारे में मैं नहीं कह सकता, लेकिन ये प्रेरोगेटिव है गवर्नर साहब का, उन्होंने उसी प्रकार से निर्णय लिया होगा।
तो आगे का क्या रहेगा जिस तरह से?
देखो, अब विधानसभा भंग हो चुकी है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी चुनावों को फेस करेगी और अपने काम के आधार पर पहले से ज़्यादा वोट लेकर के भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीतेगी।
तो पूरी आपको कॉन्फिडेंस है कि आप जीत पाएंगे?
बिल्कुल जीतेंगे। अब स्थानीय निकाय चुनावों में आपने देखा कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी को कितना बड़ा समर्थन मिला है। 37 में से 32 जो जम्मू में कमेटीज, काउंसिल्स, कॉर्पोरेशन से भारतीय जनता पार्टी की, सारे हालात में आने वाला समय भारतीय जनता पार्टी का है।
उनका ये भी कहना है कि इतनी देर से जिस तरह डिमांड की जा रही थी कि डिसॉल्व करो, तो अभी तक डिसॉल्व नहीं किया, लेकिन जो ही ये गठबंधन हुआ तो एकदम से ही डिसॉल्व कर दिया गया।
मुझे लगता है कि ये सवाल राज्यपाल से पूछा जा सकता है। इसमें भारतीय जनता पार्टी का या केंद्र का तो कोई रोल नहीं रहता। जब उनको लगा होगा कि परिस्थितियाँ इस प्रकार से डेवलप हो रही है, तो हाउस ट्रेडिंग हो रही है या कुछ इस प्रकार के दावे किए जा रहे हैं जिसमें किसी के पास बहुमत नहीं है, तो तभी ये निर्णय लिया गया होगा।
टीडीपी का ये भी कहना है कि सारे कम्युनिकेशन चैनल बंद कर दिए गए थे, गवर्नर का कोई फ़ोन नहीं मिल रहा था, मतलब फैक्स भी नहीं मिल रहा था, तो मैं वो मुफ्ती को ट्वीट उनको करना पड़ा, ट्विटर के जरिए उन्होंने ये
शायद उनकी बात सच हो, मैं इसके लिए इनकार नहीं करता। अब जो होना था हो चुका है।
तो कब तक एक्सपेक्टेड है इलेक्शन, कब तक?
देखो, जो 6 महीने का समय रहता है, हो सकता है कि ये इलेक्शन।
Now, we were just talking about it. Was this a Jammu versus Kashmir situation? And Kavinder Gupta has very clearly spelt it out, saying they were making it an only Kashmir equation, which was unfair. Irfan Hafiz Loan. Now, how would you want to react to what Kavinder Gupta said? He's also saying, I'm glad the assembly was dissolved, because what was being done was unfair to the people of Jammu and the people of Leh Ladakh. It was only Kashmiri netas who were trying to stitch together this alliance.
See, now it's a proven fact that he's a very irresponsible person, because just you have seen today he made a very, very ridiculous statement wherein he says that PDP, National Conference and Congress, they are coming together on directions of Pakistan.
Yes.
And in that regard, meeting was held at Dubai.
Yes.
So BJP has proven that they can brazenly violate constitution, disregard Supreme Court
what
guidelines.
is wrong in it?
They
Do
can,
you
they can go for murder of democracy if it suits them. Today, governor prevented formation of government because
did you
it
participate
suits
in the
BJP.
elections? Did PDP, National
till
Conference,
yesterday,
Congress participate in the
yesterday,
election? No. You don't believe in democracy,
till
sir.
yesterday,
Sir, you don't believe in
yesterday,
democracy,
same
sir.
governor, His
You never
Excellency,
participated in the
was
local
of the
elections.
opinion
You boycotted
that
the
if
local
anybody
elections.
comes
You
with the
said you don't believe in
numbers,
democracy.
they will prefer formation of government. The BJP has brazenly violated Constitution,
Sir, where was the
Supreme Court
numbers?
guidelines. Till
Where was the
yesterday,
numbers?
His
What
Excellency
numbers decided in
Governor of
Dubai?
J&K
What
was
numbers
of
decided
the
in
opinion
PMK?
that
Where
if
were the
anybody
numbers?
comes with the requisite number, they
Okay.
will allow
Now, 1
formation
minute.
of government.
One minute.
Today,
Sir,
One
where
minute,
were the
one minute,
numbers,
one minute,
sir?
Governor.
Numbers
1 minute.
in
1 minute.
air.
1 minute.
Sir, where were the numbers? Numbers in air.
RP Singh and Irfan Hafiz Loan. RP Singh is asking a
Anand.
question. Irfan Loan. Point is, did any of these leaders take part in the panchayat
Where
elections?
were the numbers?
Did they take part in the panchayat elections? Have they got signatures? Have they submitted signatures of all the 56 MLAs they claim they are claiming the support of in that letter to the governor? They have not. Why is it that the moment the governor dissolved the assembly, both the National Conference and the Congress is saying it is good, we will have elections? So what was the intent behind this?
See, Anand just tried.
And you tell.
Anand, even a man of ordinary prudence can understand. When the governor just till yesterday, he was of the opinion that if anybody comes to him, he will allow the formation of government if any political party is with a requisite number. So today, when the Mehbooba Mufti wrote facts at the governor Raj
where are the
Bhavan,
numbers?
and it is surprising that the fax machine was not functional
where are the
deliberately.
numbers, sir?
It was not
1
made
minute.
functional, and it's because of that
Sir,
reason
1 minute. 1
Umar
minute.
Abdullah
1
is
minute.
suggesting Raj
Anand,
Bhavan
can I come
to
in?
Yeah,
replace
one minute.
the
Okay,
fax
let's read the
machine by
letter.
new.
Major General
fresh
K.K.
one.
Sinha, Ashutosh Mishra has not yet
Anand,
spoken.
can I
But
come in?
yeah, General Sinha,
Anand,
before I go
sir,
back to
come in.
Mufti Islah for one final
Mr.
comment.
Loan,
Yeah,
Anand, just we are
Yes,
missing
sir.
wood
Yes,
for
General
trees.
Sinha,
General Sinha and
Mr.
Ashutosh Mishra.
Anand, we are missing wood for trees.
Anand,
Just
Anand, can I
try to
come in? Mr.
understand.
Loan,
The
Irfan
law of the
Loan.
land.
Irfan
people are
Loan.
listening.
Brazenly
Irfan Loan.
violated.
Anand, people are
Irfan Loan.
listening.
Say
Can
very
I come
clearly.
in?
Yes, sir. Say very clearly,
He is
Irfan Loan,
is
that the Jammu
misleading the whole
Neta.
nation.
Yes, Jammu
Mr.
Neta.
Loan is misleading the nation.
Yes, General Sinha. Go ahead, please.
Anand, can I come
No,
in?
Yes,
Mr.
please, go ahead.
Anand.
Anand,
Just
the
try to
letter
understand
Muhammad
governor
Mufti,
is
if he wanted
within
to
rights,
fax it.
within powers.
Come on, keep quiet, Mr. Loan. You're trying to mislead
But
the
the law
nation.
says
You
it
are trying
must
to
be
mislead the
reasonable.
nation.
Irfan Loan.
It can't be arbitrary.
I can
Irfan
shout
Loan.
at
It
Mr.
can't
Loan.
be-
Mr.
Irfan
Loan,
Loan.
with
It must
your
be
voice,
reasonable.
don't mislead the nation.
Irfan Loan, no need to shout. No need to shout. Yeah, one by one.
Anand, the
Yes,
letter
General Sinha
of
and
Mohammed Mufti, which is in the public domain, now she wanted to fax it to the governor. It says, based on the media report, based on the media report, and what both Ghulam Nabi Azad has said that he is not in the favor of supporting it. And also the Umar Abdullah had tweeted on it. They wanted to dissolve the assembly, and that has happened. Umar Abdullah and the Congress wanted the assembly, and they are absolutely
before I go to Ashutosh, let us listen to Ghulam Nabi Azad. Let us listen to Ghulam Nabi Azad.
Don't mislead the nation.
Yes, Irfan Lone, listen to Ghulam Nabi Azad and Saifuddin Soz.
Serious implications.
Sir, reactions coming.
And the best thing has been done that the horse trading.
सजेशन स्टेज पे ही है, अभी इस पे कोई फाइनल डिसीजन नहीं हुआ था कि गवर्नमेंट बनानी चाहिए सब दलों को मिलकर। प्रपोजल आने पर ही, सजेशन आने पर ही भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने विधानसभा भंग कर दी। नहीं, गवर्नमेंट हमारी यह है कि अब इलेक्शन, विधानसभा डिसॉल्व हो गई, अभी तो विधानसभा डिसॉल्व हो गई और वहाँ इलेक्शन होने चाहिए, 2-4 महीने के अंदर अंदर इलेक्शन होनी चाहिए। विंटर खत्म होती है, इलेक्शन होने। बीजेपी तो करती है, बीजेपी तो तोड़ फोड़ जोड़, पैसा देना लेना, ये तो बीजेपी का काम है।
महबूबा जी को कोर्ट में कम से कम जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये सेंटर की हिदायत पर जो गवर्नर ने किया अनडेमोक्रेटिक है, अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल है, ये गलत है। तो महबूबा मुफ्ती को नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस ने या कांग्रेस ने सपोर्ट दिया होगा, तभी तो वो गवर्नर को चिट्ठी लिखी है, और ये मौका देना चाहिए था उनको। तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट जो है उनकी तो कश्मीर पॉलिसी है नहीं, यहाँ वो बहुत ही गलत पॉलिसी पर हैं, और मुझे लगता है कि उनको इसका कच्चा चट्टा जो है सामने आ जाएगा।
सोच साहब को आप जब पूछिएगा तो वो बीजेपी और मोदी सरकार के खिलाफ बोलेंगे। बट व्हाट स्टैंड्स आउट राइट नाउ, आशुतोष मिश्रा, that two tall leaders of Jammu and Kashmir from the Congress party are talking in suppositions and ifs and buts. Ghulam Nabi Azad says it was still a proposal, it was not confirmed. He had no clue that a letter had been given saying Congress people are supporting them for this alliance. And Saifuddin Soz says अगर महबूबा मुफ्ती ने लेटर भेजा है तो उनको जरूर सपोर्ट दिया होगा। सैफुद्दीन सोज साहब को नहीं मालूम कि सपोर्ट दिया है कि नहीं। What is going on?
So even more intriguing is the fact that this proposal was floated, as Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad said, and as Major General Sinha was pointing out that Mr. Lone had been trying to break PDP for quite some time. So once again we see a BJP governor. We had seen this happening in Karnataka, helping BJP out. And maybe in the end it might be for the good of the Jammu and Kashmir state.
Did the governor help the BJP out, or did he help all those valley parties out who are actually pushing for polls and not an extension of president's rule? Tell me that.
No, it's
so then don't say it was a BJP governor.
It's actually because if, what would he have done the same thing?
Am I making up Ghulam Nabi Azad's statement? No. Are we making up what Saifuddin Soz said? No.
Are we
making up the letter sent to the governor by Mehbooba Mufti?
The assembly was dissolved.
Sir, Mehbooba Mufti is citing media reports. Ghulam Nabi Azad says it was a proposal, there is no confirmation yet.
And doesn't democracy mean testing the strength on the house of the floor?
Saifuddin Soz says अगर उन्होंने लेटर लिखा है तो सपोर्ट जरूर मिला होगा.
The strength has to be tested on the floor of the house. When have signatures become so important?
No. So then I am asking you, as for the Bombay judgment, can they actually go to the court? Because they don't have the signatures. They don't have the signatures. So at the end of the day, Mufti Islah, General Sinha coming to you in just a bit. Mufti Islah, at the end of the day, what you were saying is correct. That the valley parties wanted to ensure there is no extension of president's rule. Governor's rule doesn't move on to the president rule bracket. But after the winters, there are elections in Jammu and Kashmir. And that's exactly what is happening now. Because all three parties have been calling for dissolution of the assembly.
That's correct, and in fact National Conference and Congress, essentially they'll be extremely happy with the dissolution of assembly because they have been demanding this before also, and Mehbooba Mufti also would be extremely happy because a lot of MLAs were being poached by Sajad Lone, Imran Ansari combined. So all in all, it's extremely beneficial to all these three parties who have really in the morning set out to form a government. Now if they're extremely serious, let's see what happens tomorrow, whether they collectively go to the court and seek some kind of an intervention wherein they ask for revival of the assembly, which currently stands dissolved now.
Okay.
So that will actually tell us that how serious these people are. For that, you have to really wait for next 12 to 14 hours.
My point is, those
the course
parties
they follow.
that
Otherwise, I think all these
okay.
parties are extremely happy with the situation that assembly has now been dissolved, because it stands to benefit all three of them.
Mufti Islah, you've put it as succinctly as possible. I thank you very much for the inputs. It's been a very hectic night for you in Jammu and Kashmir, especially in Srinagar, and it is not ending. It's a late night and an early morning for you. But I thank you for joining me here on the Right Stand with all the updates, and we keep it going here. Imran Ansari also spoke to Mufti Islah a short while ago, and he called Mehbooba Mufti a liar. All that and more. General Sinha, coming back to you. Well, the story just gets more interesting, and it's still developing here on the Right Stand. And like I said, the updates are pouring in thick and fast here on my laptop that I have here. I'm just reading out what the BJP has just posted, and it's a series of tweets that they have put out. They are saying the proposed alliance between the INC and PDP broke up even before it was formed. They have taken contradictory positions on dissolution. One supports it and the other opposes it. Keeping the security scenario of J&K in mind, can it afford horse trading and instability? Jammu and Kashmir needs a firm administration to deal with terrorism and not a combination of terror-friendly parties. That's what the BJP is calling this alliance of the PDP, National Conference and the Congress Party. The best option in such a scenario is to go in for a fresh election at the earliest. The Assembly cannot produce a stable government. That is the BJP's position. So now, did everybody want dissolution? So was this drama enacted only because everybody wanted dissolution? Irfan Hafiz Loan, how would you react to what the BJP is saying? And it is proven by the comments that are coming from everyone. Farooq Abdullah says, I'm happy Assembly is dissolved, let's go to polls. Omar Abdullah says, I wonder what is going on. The governor's office needs new fax machines, but does not say anything about the decision to dissolve the Assembly. PDP says, we don't know what is going on. It is unfair. In fact, Mehbooba Mufti has been called a liar, saying she doesn't have the support of 29 MLAs.
There is a strong perception in Kashmir that J&K is ruled by remote control. And today, governor's decision has substantiated same. You know, you're aware about the fact that in 1953, elected popular government was elected popular government.
So are you trying to say that the remote
dissolved
control
by
is
the
over in
government of
Pakistan?
India? Just try to.
Are you agreeing with Kavinder Gupta, who
Just
said
try
that the
to
remote
understand.
control is in Pakistan?
I'm saying the remote control. I'm saying in 1953, elected government was dismissed and Sheikh Abdullah was put in jail. And in 1984, elected government was brought down. In 1987, elections were rigged. Now try to understand, till yesterday, National Conference, PDP was part of the BJP government. And in past, National Conference was part of the NDA government. And today they are saying they are the terrorist.
Yesterday, are you talking about, sir, in June itself, the PDP and the BJP parted ways. We've got Ravindra Raina speaking. I'm just going to that.
Don't try to befool the nation.
Representation from Jammu. There will be no representation in Ladakh region. And what sort of government these people trying to form? There was a conspiracy against the nation. I think this conspiracy might have been planned by the enemies of our country across the LOC, across the border, and which was well planned by the enemies, and they might have directed it to all these political parties, including the Congress party, to execute their agenda. But the Honorable Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, sensing the conspiracy, he dissolves the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly, which was in suspended animation. Bharatiya Janata Party welcomes this decision of dissolving the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly. This decision is in the interest of our country. Otherwise, it would have led to the series of consequences once again. once again the black deeds and anti-national, anti-Jammu, anti-Ladakh agenda of Congress, National Conference and PDP has been exposed.
Ravinder Raina there also echoing the same sentiment. RP Singh and General Sinha, he's saying Jammu was deliberately left out. This dictation was given from across the border. Irfan Lone, when I ask you who controls the remote control, who asked the Valley parties to boycott the Panchayat elections? At whose behest was that message followed? And can you confirm or deny? Can you tell me this meeting in Dubai did not happen?
Anand Narasimhan, this is ridiculous comparison. This is ridiculous. Now see this Raina, Ravinder Raina, when governor was appointed, he said कि हमारा अपना बंदा आ गया.
Can I tell you something on ground report?
हमारा अपना बंदा आ गया.
Anand, can I give you something on ground report?
Now Anand just try to understand.
Anand,
just
the ground report is like
the
this.
hypocrisy of the
Mr.
BJP.
Lone,
On one hand,
can I speak?
Yes, one by one, please. One by one. Irfan Lone.
Can I tell? Can you tell this gentleman to just keep quiet?
आपने श्रीनगर में
A minute.
जो करना था कर लिया.
Just keep quiet, Mr. Lone.
Yes,
everyone listens to your
Irfan Lone.
Yes, General Sinha.
Mr. Irfan, can I ask a question to Irfan Lone?
I'll tell you about the ground report. I'm giving you the ground report.
The ground report, General Sinha, sir, I'll come to you.
Both
please bear
National Conference, Congress and PDP. Please, Anand, I'm giving you the ground report. The National Conference, the PDP and the Congress are absolutely scared after the second phase of Panchayat election. I'll give you the figure. You know, in Kupwara, what is the voting percentage?
Yes. What elections,
it is 69.7%, touching 70%. 70. Come on, Mr. Lone, you will not allow me to speak because that is the ground reality.
His name must be in public domain.
National Conference,
Kashmir, their names were kept secret.
Yeah, this is in the public domain. People have come out. See, he is misleading the nation. Let the nation know the correct ground reality. See, the people, the National Conference and the PTP is absolutely got scared after the second phase of
Wait.
Panchayat election. Baramulla has got 70%. And this is minus National Conference and the PDP.
Yes.
People have rejected.
Let General Sinha come.
People have, and they are scared. If the time passes in next 6 months, then the condition will become better. They will be thrown out from here.
Okay. So General Sinha, you made your point.
Public domain is very simple.
1 minute.
Are kept confidential.
Irfan Lone, you don't need to shout.
Of democracy?
You don't need to shout.
Lone,
see, okay. When all the Valley Netas,
let's have a debate properly.
Yeah. When all the Valley Netas,
I'm telling you these angles which the other people will not tell you.
I understand, General Sinha.
I'm telling you analysis with these people will not able to carry out because the mind is total polluted. They can't think straight. So the point is like this. See, now the second layer of leaders are coming up. The people conference, now the Sajad Lone along with Ansari, that is the political formation which is taking place. The new leadership which has come out, especially after the Panchayat election of 2 phases. And you will see as the day by and the other phases takes place, the number of, and it is happening in Kashmir Valley. Other than, Anantnag, Shopia and Pulwama, they are controlling it. That is also breaking.
Many are saying
it is 39%.
Yeah, many are saying, General Sinha, sorry, I'm just bringing in RP Singh. He's also been patiently waiting and wanting to contribute. Yes, and RP Singh. See, Junaid Mattu makes the changeover and becomes the Srinagar mayor. Many people are saying that there are inroads which are being made because there are people, and those people who have been bearing the brunt and quietly tolerating this nonsense in Jammu and Kashmir have now started getting vocal and said, let us be more participative.
Anand,
let us see a new wave of the leadership. Yes, RP Singh.
Anand, the bigger issue is that 3 dynasties can't afford that new leadership should emerge. The Abdullah dynasty, the Gandhi dynasty, Nehru and Gandhi dynasty, and Mahbooba Mufti dynasty. For them, it's their brother, sister, father, son, or within the family members. They can't. Three dynasties have come together and clubbed a parties of all Kashmir.
Right.
And Mr. Lone is supporter of Congress party.
Right.
It's because of him that Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad could become the member of parliament.
Right.
So he will speak the language of the Congress party only.
Right.
So
Sir,
it's the dynasties versus the
Sardar
common man.
Sardar
in
Sahab,
Kashmir
please bear with
today.
me. Sardarji, please bear with me. Mehbooba Mufti has just tweeted. I'm just reading. It's a series of tweets. मैं जरा पढ़ दे रहा हूँ. It starts with, in my 26-year-old career as a politician, I thought I had seen it all. But they say never. Nevertheless, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Omar Abdullah and Ambika Soni ji for helping us achieve the seemingly impossible. Since the past 5 months, regardless of political affiliations, we shared the view that the State Assembly be dissolved immediately to avert horse trading and defections. Oddly enough, our pleas fell on deaf ears. But who would have thought that the very idea of a grand coalition would give such jitters? In today's age of technology, it is very strange that the fax machine at the governor's residence didn't receive our fax, but swiftly issued one regarding the assembly dissolution. ये तो एक बात कहीं जाकर तो सही फूटी है. But the other aspect is, Ashutosh Mishra, the parties which differ with each other. BJP agrees, National Conference agrees, Mehbooba Mufti agrees, and Congress also agrees कि अब election करा दो. तो अब
Congress agrees.
तो House dissolve कराना था. So why do this drama?
Lone is the only person who accepts this.
The whole idea was that Major General Saab was pointing out that Sajjad Lone was trying his best to get PDP MLAs. When that failed, this was the only way out. No, it's very good what they were saying, that a new leadership is coming up. But what I am afraid of when I hear the Rainas and the Kavinder Guptas talking, that this Hindu-Muslim, Jammu and Kashmir divide, this should not be encouraged. I mean, if BJP is they should say that they stand for Kashmir also. Why do they want to say they stand for only Kashmir and only for Jammu and Ladakh? And when these elections were held in 2014, when these elections were held in 2014,
मैं बताता हूँ इन्होंने कहाँ से
It was a Kashmir-centric parties. That's truth.
नहीं, मैं बताता हूँ इन्होंने कहाँ से सुनी आरपी से.
हिंदू मुस्लिम क्या बोला?
मैं बताता हूँ, सुनिए. कविंदर गुप्ता जी ने कहा कि ये सारी पार्टीज एक ही कम्युनिटी के हैं, और फिर उन्होंने कहा कि जम्मू की इसमें कोई इन्वॉल्वमेंट ही नहीं है. So that is where, and what did we say? We said it is Jammu versus Kashmir situation which is being created. All Kashmiri netas and Kashmiri parties have ganged up against the Jammu leadership, which is a fact. But this community angle was set by Kavinder Gupta first, with Ashutosh Mishra ने थोड़ा सा और तड़का लगा के उसको हिंदू मुस्लिम करके बोल दिया. But yes, RP Singh. But the fact is, when all of you agreed, sir, तो आप गवर्नर को मिल लेते, उनको कह देते भाई असेंबली डिसॉल्व कर दीजिए, हमारा सबका मत चुनाव का है. ये सब तमाशा करने की क्या जरूरत थी?
वो लोन साहब तब तक कैसे ट्राई करते रहते सरकार फॉर्म करने के लिए? उनको तो मौका देना था ना.
सर वो हवा में, अरे सर ये अकेले लोन साहब है जो नहीं चाहते चुनाव हो. अकेले लोन साहब है, कोई इनको पता है अगली बार ये जीत कर नहीं आएंगे. ये इनकी दूसरा कैंडिडेट खड़ा है, इनके नीचे रूप पे दूसरा कैंडिडेट खड़ा होकर इनको इस बार हराएगा.
नहीं, हम सज्जाद लोन की बात कर रहे हैं, आप इरफान हफीज लोन की बात कर रहे हैं.
इरफान लोन की बात कर रहा हूं यार.
वही मैं कह रहा हूं ना. अब यहाँ आशुतोष में कंफ्यूजन चल रहा है, आप लोन में कंफ्यूज हो रहे हैं. क्या कर रहे हैं आप? मैं आपसे ये कह रहा हूँ आरपी सिंह, I am saying when all parties wanted the assembly to be dissolved and you want to go to the people's court, you wanted to go to the Janta ki Adalat, why do all of this drama? All parties could have told the governor, please dissolve the assembly. Why do all of this?
The issue is...
RP Singh. Final comments.
The bigger issue than this, all this party politics is the bigger issue than all this party politics is that democracy should survive, because these parties were boycotting the democratic process and now they are crying on the name of democracy, and they are worried. I'm saying against this, three dynasties are worried that new leadership has emerged in Kashmir today and in various forms. Junaid Mattu is one of the best name in that. So there are leaders who will emerge gradually and then they will challenge them. And I'm telling you, Irfan Lone Saab, tayari rakhiyega. You are not winning the next election in your seat.
Well, Irfan Lone will go back to practicing law and not politics if that happens, and he will perhaps be happy if there is some stability in Jammu and Kashmir, irrespective of the leadership. On that smiling note, and it is good to see warring and differing factions on Jammu and Kashmir smiling towards the end of the right stand. Let us all take the right stand. Let us go back to the People's Court. Let us participate in the democratic process and make sure that there is a government that is elected by the majority. I just want to play out what Imran Ansari told CNN News 18. Mufti Islah spoke to him a short while ago. Let's just quickly listen to that.
Imran Ansari, you claiming that 18 MLAs were with you. Mahbooba Mufti claims 29 MLAs were with her. And, you kind of messed it up. Otherwise, the government formation was possible between PDP, National Conference, as well as Congress.
No, first of all, I would like to please request you to kindly change the word called poaching. We never poached anyone. We are the like-minded individuals who were the members of assembly from the tickets of People's Democratic Party. All of us, we were not happy with the way the things were functioning at the Fairview. That's the residence of Miss Mahbooba Mufti. 18 of us never wanted to be with her. So now, now they couldn't. She couldn't stop them from going out of her fold. She enacted this drama. This was all the drama, and.
But when we're looking at the arithmetic, the numbers, they seem to have better numbers than you, because that is what the letter says. They have support of 56 members, including from PDP, National Conference, as well as Congress, whereas Sajad Lone, your friend and your alliance partner, clearly has not mentioned the numbers in his letter.
Can I ask you a question? If it's about numbers, in the letter she states that I have 29 PDP members. I won't ask for 15 or 20. I'll just first...
Well, plenty of developments happening. Omar Abdullah has actually retweeted Mahbooba Mufti. It's quite funny there, but now news just coming in. Top government sources say they had no option. Also adding that the letter of Mahbooba Mufti won't stand legal scrutiny in court, as she said she needs time to stake claim and not really stakes claim. Maria Shakil joining us with these inputs. Maria, the other aspect is she also did not submit the signatures because her rebel MLAs claim they have not signed.
Yes, that's right, Anand. And if you look at Mahbooba Mufti's letter, and she says clearly that media reports are suggesting that Congress and NC will be backing me. So certainly when she talks about numbers, when you stake claim, you have to give signatures of MLAs, A. Secondly, if you look the second paragraph of the letter, she says that she would like to meet him to stake claim, which is not the same as staking claim. So certainly the view is that this will not stand scrutiny of the court, because this is not a letter staking claim. And hence the view certainly is, I am asking this question, Anand, that did the governor of Jammu and Kashmir act in some kind of hurry?
No,
because why should the governor...
Well, there is an answer that's come. There is an answer that's come, Maria, that from the governor's house, sources are telling News 18 that the decision to dissolve the assembly was taken by the governor, as both claims by PDP and Sajad Lone were not found strong enough to convince him. And here's another confirmation that this battle is not being fought in courts. Because Omar Abdullah has just retweeted what Mahbooba Mufti said. Mahbooba Mufti said, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Omar Abdullah and Ambika Soni ji for helping us achieve the seemingly impossible. That is dissolution of the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly.
Exactly. I think this
and
was
Omar Abdullah has responded. He's saying, I'm just reading this out and I'll come back to you. Yeah, and I'm showing this to our viewers, where he has said, now I think it's brighter now. Yeah. I never thought I'd be retweeting anything you said while agreeing with you. Politics is a truly strange world. Good luck for the battle ahead. Once again, the wisdom of the people will prevail. So nobody is going to courts. They all wanted the assembly dissolved. BJP also says we are happy the assembly is dissolved. Maria.
Certainly, yes, and it looks like that one move of governor of Jammu and Kashmir, in which he clearly, visibly acted in impatient hurry, has actually ensured what the PDP, the National Conference and the Congress party so far wanted. as far as the BJP is concerned, Anand, let's be very clear that the party did not want a dissolution of the assembly. Just few weeks back, in every interaction that governor has had with the media, he had gone on record to say that there are important local bodies elections which must be conducted, and he is not looking at dissolving the assembly in near future. BJP's top brass were of the opinion that a good spell of governor's rule would mean that the state would have peace.
Right.
The state has seen in recent times, and they were not looking at dissolving the assembly. I think this is a clear move by Mehbooba Mufti, which has caught the governor in Jammu and Kashmir in panic, which he meant that he communicated to the centre, kept the Home Ministry in loop, and then the decision was taken.
Well, either way, they're going to wait for 6 months until after the winters are over. And does this coincide with the Lok Sabha elections? We'll have to see how it all pans out. Meanwhile, Maria, thanks for your inputs. Mufti Islah with us. Mufti, before I come across to you, I think all of us here have a sense of humor, so do our viewers. There is another tweet that Umar Abdullah has just retweeted. I just want to read that out. RP Singh, thoda has lijiyega, take it in the spirit in which it is said. Umar Ghani had tweeted saying, Grand Alliance, हमारे पास National Conference है, PDP है, Congress है, तुम्हारे पास क्या है? BJP, हमारे पास खराब fax machine है. And Umar Abdullah has retweeted that with some smileys and said, good one, Umar. So on a lighter note, this is quite funny, but that kharab fax machine will stand to come back to haunt the governor and the BJP for quite some time now. But at the end of the day, the play was to make sure that there is a dissolution of the assembly and we go back to People's Court, Mufti Islah, and I think all parties have now reconciled to that.
I think yes, it's like playing to the script, and both National Conference and Congress will be extremely happy with what they have got at the end of the day, which was dissolution of assembly. They wanted that initially also. Some 4 months back, if you recall, they had demanded that assembly be dissolved. At the same time, PDP is extremely happy. PDP, I mean Mehbooba Mufti, would be smiling because this is what actually she wanted. Her party was breaking. There was a lot of defections, horse trading, which she actually saw. So her party was the most vulnerable, and she will also be having a sound sleep. All in all, if these three parties are very serious, then we will see them tomorrow going to the court, which I think they will not go.
Mufti, one gets the sense that Mehbooba Mufti will return poorer. She will be the one who will lose the maximum ground if there are polls in the immediate horizon in Jammu and Kashmir. National Conference, Congress and the BJP will perhaps set to gain in their respective turfs. There is a saying as we conclude here on the right stand way over time, Chit mein jeeta pat tumhare, or heads I win, tails you lose. Who's won, who's lost? Let the people decide. For the moment, all parties believe the right stand has been taken. Good night.